First of all, I want to ask a serious question. Who owns and runs every nation, every kingdom on this earth? Now I'm going to show you the evidence of what he's been up to. See, there he is right there. What has that old man been up to? Is it Armageddon? Now, I showed this picture in my last video, and this is a very serious situation. You see this pattern here, okay? And you see the pattern all over this side of this hill here. But one thing I missed myself up until right after I viewed this video that I made again, is this right here. I thought this fire was a car next to this truck. It's not. This fire hasn't hit the truck yet. Whatever this is, plasma or whatever, that's what's about to hit that truck. This is part of the weapon too, whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but that is what's about to hit that truck. Another thing I didn't notice is that this car right here has already been hit, and its engine is on fire. This car has already been hit. It's got the pattern. It's on fire. This car has already been targeted, at the very least, but it's not on fire yet. Same pattern, okay? Now, these cars up here, they've already been targeted, but they're not on fire yet. Moving on. This is a cul-de-sac. All the houses burned down. That's what everybody notices. Nobody talks about these spots on the side of the road. Okay? One thing about these spots on the side of the road is they're all the same pattern. Now I wonder, are these people, did they go back to their home? Did they see all these patterns? Have they asked, what are all these patterns all over my car and all over my house and all over my sidewalks? Now this is where it starts getting really scary. I wonder if they had a community meeting and they said, if ever there's any trouble, everybody meet here in this space. I'm not saying that happened, but I'm wondering, and I'm hoping not, because this space right here, if anybody was standing in this space when all this went on, and I missed many spots, I didn't mark them all, there's many spots, but if anybody was standing here, a crowd of people or whatever, they got zapped, they're gone. And I hate to say it, but all of this looks pre-planned. I really hate to say that, but everything points to it being pre-planned, people. But moving on, let's see what else he's up to. See that? The place is littered with that pattern everywhere. And there's many spots that I missed, like here and here and here. I mean, everywhere. There's spots that I missed because they weren't definite so I didn't mark them. But all the definites I marked. This I missed. They're everywhere. Okay? Look on these sites. I mean, look at this. This is metal. Okay? This is steel. This is a steel pipe. Oh, you can't see it. This is the steel pipe. This is the lid to a steel pipe. It's dented in, melted. Same pattern. Okay? Moving on. Everybody's seen this picture. Okay? Everybody wants to comment on how all this is untouched and the car in the middle of nowhere is torched. And that's interesting, yes. But what they don't notice is this. Okay? It's all over the car. Now, if the owner of the car, unless this was another test car, I have plenty of evidence of test cars as well. But if somebody actually owned this car, like a civilian, they would be asking, I would think, what are these marks all over my car that weren't here yesterday? But moving on. Now, these guys are either blind or they're part of the problem. I don't know, but this car and the entire area that they're in, watch the video, it's all around them. And some of the spots are even still on fire in that pattern. Okay? This is the car where the only thing that survived was the Bible. Ask any real fireman, he'll tell you that's normal for the whole house to burn down, and the only thing to be left is the Bible, sometimes untouched. That's normal. It's no big deal. That's what they focused on here. Okay, these people are supposedly reporters. Okay? Reporters and firemen, supposedly. It's littered with those spots. Now, why wouldn't he question where these dents came from? Why wouldn't he question where all these little dents came from? I certainly would. Wouldn't you? Moving on. Now, this again is a screen capture from a video. Okay, where the guy's walking through. Now, the owner of this, I would think, would ask, what are those big dents in my car? Where did they come from? Why are they there? The same patterns, okay? You find the same patterns everywhere. Okay, this just looks like a dirty, messy street, okay? As you're walking through, or as they're walking through and you're watching, you don't notice maybe. Bam! Okay? They're everywhere. The same pattern. Everywhere. See it? Tiny and big. Sometimes it's big old holes in the side of the road. But this place is littered. They wanted something dead here. Whoever's doing this. Okay, now this is interesting. This looked like electricity. I'm not saying that's what it was, but it looked like electricity in the tree. But as you saw in the first slide, it's like coming down from the sky or something. And no, it's not aliens. Don't even think that. But these things, you'll see them if you watch the other videos. You'll see them when you look in the trees right before they go whoosh. You hear a roaring sound. You see these things. And you see these things on the ground too. They look like little birds or bats. But anyway, moving on. Just showing you what to look for. But another thing that you can look for and find many times in these scenes is the one that goes about like a roaring lion wanting to devour anyone he can. He wants your soul, okay? Just letting you know that. The shit is hitting the fan, people, okay? This is very damning evidence. Now, how anybody didn't see this, I don't know, okay? But look at the back of that van. How did the owner of the van not question, why is this same pattern here that beat this metal down? Okay, this is strong. This is a strong part of the vehicle. Now, what caused this? Wouldn't you ask? How is this beat down like that? And the same pattern. And, oh yeah, the same pattern. Okay? It's on the ground around the vehicle. It's on the ground up here on the lawn. See it? It's everywhere, people. Just open your eyes and look. Look at that. It's caved in. You can't miss it. How did anybody miss it? I don't know. But this is another serious example of how serious the situation is. Okay? And I've heard many times people say, well, how can everybody be in on it? How can that many people be in on it? Well, I got news for you. Okay? Whoever put that alligator skull or whatever that is there to cover that hole, okay, whoever took this picture knows what's going on, people, okay? And I got news for you. See that mark right there? The same pattern? That's not what killed this horse, okay? That pattern right there, that same pattern, that's not what killed this horse. See that hole? You see that hole? One thing I want you to notice here, there's no blood, there's no guts, okay? Notice that. I want you to notice there's a cauterized hole through this horse. He died instantly, okay? That poor horse. No guts, no blood. He's still bloated, still full, okay? But it's got to be cauterized like a laser. I'm not saying that's what it is, but he's got a hole all the way through him. Everybody needs to wake up, please. It's time. We don't have much time. Because this guy is going about like a roaring lion, and he wants your soul.